the GTS party, I did not hear 400 voices. I suspect there's 400 empty seats, actually. And je comprenais, vous parlez français avec Steve moi yesterday. Is that right, Steve? Okay, I can be far more French than Steve, all right? Just so that's clear. So let me first just thank everyone. I really want to thank you for the partnership. You are a big part of our success and a growing part of our success. So what I'd like to do in just a little bit of time this morning to kick it off with you is actually answer a question IBM was asked me. My mother asked me, what is happening at IBM? And what I always say is what's happening at IBM, it's what must happen at IBM. We are transforming this company, this great company, and we're transforming it like generations before us have, and we, both our partners and us together, are going to do it again. So I would like to talk to you first about what we accomplished together in 2014, so what happened in 2014, but more important, let's talk a bit about our differentiation, because this to me is key in this crowded market. Let's talk differentiation, and then where do we go from here in this journey, which I very much consider it a journey together. So, what happened in 2014? We made tremendous progress reinventing this company. Now, many of you know our hardware business. We completely transformed the entire hardware business, moving it to higher value. As you know, when we talked about it last year, we divested our x86 business to Lenovo, but we also outsourced our semiconductor manufacturing. We're also executing $3 billion of R&D on next-gen semiconductors. The teams created a great intellectual property model around open power, and at the same time, you now see new product announcements for Power8, software-defined storage. And then just a few weeks ago, a fantastic mainframe announcement, Z13, that is targeted to this contemporary world. It's inline analytics, how to do encryption for fraud. It's all for the world of mobility. That is the remake of the entire business done under the public eye. The second thing, landmark partnerships. And I talked to many of you last night. You use these. Apple for mobility, Twitter for data, SAP Tencent with our cloud underneath it. And then a year-long set of announcements. You're going to see more this year. But it started with $1 billion to launch the Watson Group. And boy, I heard a lot from some of you last night about wanting to get into that and go even faster. $1.2 billion to extend our cloud data centers. $1 billion investment to launch our Bluemix platform as a service. And it's something you might not realize. We put another $100 million into digital studios. We are the world's largest digital agency now, across the world, many studios. It was also a record year for invention. It was our 22nd year of the most US patents. We broke the barrier of 7,000 in 1 year. And not just to be competitive, but that is more than cumulatively all done for Amazon, Google, HP, Intel, Oracle, and Accenture all together. And all together, by far. Now, and I think something else that helps you, we've maintained the #1 B2B brand in the world. But the thing, and one of the things I am most proud about, you and us together, it is the wonderful progress you made on this, what we call the strategic business imperatives. And so last year, I was here, we talked about cloud, big data analytics, engagement, which is social mobile, underscored with security. Last year, $25 billion. We grew 16% at actual rates, those of you who watch currency, and it was 27% of IBM's revenue. And I want you to know that 20% of what we did was done by you. You invested. I looked at a number that said 220,000 education modules you took on our offerings, and you had 20,000 of your employees go to our Think Academy. So, to me, 2014 validated together, we have the right strategy, it is the right path. In fact, business partners, I don't know if Mark shared this, business partners in these new areas, your growth is 14% higher. So the facts underline, to me they're compelling, they're undeniable, and allow me, like I suspect others did yesterday, to actually give you a round of applause for everything that you accomplished in 2014. So from me to you, thank you. I must say, the groups I talked to yesterday, boy, business is growing, you are energetic, and this is the year I want to help really propel you even further. And so I want to talk about our differentiation. You are great partners to us. So I want you to see how we're differentiating the portfolio, really the major points. Because these trends out there that we talk about, cloud, mobile, social, I mean, they are reshaping our industry, but make no mistake, we are not a me too. We serve clients, we know them well. They are, yes, enterprises, but they are individuals in the enterprise. And while our agenda is influenced by the technology, it is about what they need. So let me now sort of mature the conversation I had with you last year, and let me start with each of those trends, but twist it to what I think it means to a client, and what our, if you let me summarize, our differentiation that you're going to see continue to get stronger and stronger is in each area. So the first trend, big data analytics. Give me a feel for how many of you in some part of your business are moving down this path and using analytics and big data. Just clap, how's that? And, I suppose I'm not going to be able to differentiate clapping sound, huh? Okay, so we'll see, but pretty good group. Now, when I say big data analytics, if you're a client, I mean, this isn't about the technology, it is about transforming their industry or their profession. And it will be the basis of competitive advantage. Every client I talk with agrees with that. Yes, it's a natural resource, but like all natural resources, it's nothing if you don't refine it and do something with it. But they do believe it'll separate the winners and the losers. And I think you have to think about that too for your own business, inside and out. It'll separate the winners and losers. So what do we bring to the party that's different than what's out there? One is, it is a unique ability to integrate many sources of data. Integrate many sources. That may sound a little worky, but that's not. This is otherwise a dream. This ability to take a client's current information and all this unstructured, which we'll talk more about, is a differentiator. The second, it is the ability and the range of analytics we do. They start from descriptive, what happened. They go to prescriptive, okay, what will happen. And then at the other end of the spectrum, you talk about, well, if I take an action, what will happen? So the range of analytics, and the third big differentiator from IBM, it is domain and industry experience. I think many of you have learned this lesson too. You cannot be a generic provider in this area. You have to keep building that domain or industry expertise. And I did get to meet briefly last night with one of you in this area, Data Clarity. They do business analytics and accelerator platform. Web, mobile apps in just days, Cognos, SPSS, TM1, etc. And a great example in just days for Volvo. It's a customer retention app, but obviously very much understanding an industry. This is why we announced new business units you saw yesterday. They are modeled after the Watson Group. They're all growing strong. You saw commerce, security, analytics. You're going to see us launch healthcare. But as their design point, and then you'll build on this, they include software, analytics, domain skill, on the cloud, open platform. That means you, open platform. So this whole big buzzword, big data analytics, it is really about transforming an industry and a profession. And just keep thinking of us on integration of data, range of analytics, and expertise, and you build on that. All right, second one, cloud. How many of you are involved in cloud in some way? Let's hear about it. Does that sound equal? Maybe people equal here. So let's, in cloud, again, us as a strategy, it's about remaking enterprise IT for the era of cloud. And you are going to see more announcements down the path. But if you're a client, it's really about agility and speed. It's not that it is agility and speed. So these three differentiators you are going to see us bring to life more and more. Hybrid, security, and design for data. These are really important. Now, 2014 cloud, and I assume Robert maybe told you this yesterday, already for the IBM company it's $7 billion as a business. Grew 60%. Our as-a-service piece of that was up 80% with a year-end run rate of $3.5 billion. But You will take advantage of many parts of our cloud and build on it. As you know, infrastructure as a service, built on SoftLayer. Platform as a service, go ahead, built on Bluemix. You will see data as a service, security as a service. You will soon see us with insights as a service, and an ever-improving digital commerce platform. And this to me is IBM on its way to being as a service for you to build on. Now, those of you in the room, I think hybrid cloud, well, they're all equally important, but one of the pinnacles of this. And for those of you that have and sell managed services, it's a way to invigorate that. One of the partners here from Japan, Advanced Integration Technologies, hybrid solution for a consumer electronics company. They help them manage a help desk. They have a private cloud for the portal of customer information. And then they use SoftLayer Public for application dev test. That's a very common pattern, right? But much opportunity for you. But it will be differentiated. And watch this space. Then the third is engagement, which, we talked about the trend is social, mobile, underscored with security. But this one has really matured. When I think of engagement, I think of reimagining work. And that's what I really believe many of your businesses are all about. And this is one place where our differentiation has really matured. So first one, you've got to understand workflow. This is why the marriage with Apple is a pretty perfect marriage here. They understand simplicity, but boy, we understand workflow. So whether it's a bank, an airline, a pilot, a doctor, whatever it is. The other thing you've got to understand as a differentiator is all these great systems of engagement and these new apps many of you build, you have to understand the implications on the client's existing systems. So that differentiator is the system of engagement impact to the systems of record. And those mobile transactions, mobile apps, this was the heart of what came out of the mainframe, the Z13 announcement. I saw a statistic, and I'm going to see if I remember it off the top of my head. By 2025, because we all, I do the same thing in a mobile phone. I check something, and I check it again, and I check it, I check it, I check it, I check it. That is going somewhere, And so all those checking, it's projected to reach 40 trillion of these kinds of transactions that aren't worth as much to you by the year 2025. And then the third big differentiator for us on reimagining work, and I was up here longer, I would go into it more than you did yesterday, it is security. Security, 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 I cannot say it enough. Every client I meet with, I tell them whatever they do, they're not doing enough. You've seen our offerings, they are world-class, best in, out there. And it is a big data problem, by the way, so these come together. And another client or another business partner example for you is Aptitude. And as I was thinking about it, I picked them. They're only 2 years old. It's in our theme of being French, okay? Because the example of what they've done is something called the Systems of Engagement for the city of Toulouse, France. Has anyone been to Toulouse? Only Mark? The three guys in the front. Oh no, and the French guys right there. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I can make up anything I'm going to say right now, because most of you will not know if it's true or not. But it is a systems of engagement. It is about the economy. It's about job, urban development, healthcare. So picture this. It's SoftLayer, social media analytics, like what you saw up here, and it's insight, because otherwise these millions of records out there, to make something useful out of them, it isn't just what are people saying, it's what do you do with it? And what they've done, and I thought there were two great examples. They use it and they see spikes in what people are complaining about. One was potholes, holes in the road. And as a result, the city improved maintenance 15 days to 1. That's a very good outcome. But I thought one of the other great impacts they had, they are doing an urban revitalization area, or revitalization plan. And there was a lot of complaining about it, because the money, the investment, a lot of complaining. They saw it by looking at all these insights from all the tweets, all the blogs. They posted on Pinterest kind of the future vision of what the city would look like after all of this, and dramatically turned around how people felt about all that urban renewal. So, well, this is just a little story. To me, this is this idea of engagement, whether you're a citizen, a profession, reimagining how work gets done, is what's about. So, those three trends, what they mean to our clients, how we're going to differentiate ourselves. And make no mistake, we're going to keep aligning to where the growth is going. And this is not about having, and many of you, those of you that weren't just born on your businesses a few years ago, This is not about a new business and an old business, a good business and a bad business. This is about taking these and aligning them to where customers are. So, let me end with, where are we on this journey together? So, as I always say to everyone, they say, well, where are you on this? I say, we're in the midst of this journey, in the midst. And it means that the strategy's correct. There's absolute progress. I see it in your results. I see it in ours. And a point that's got to be really clear. And we talked about this last night. Pace of change. It is not going to stop, nor is experimentation. So you'll find that differentiation in us in portfolio and expertise, but you play a big, big role in this. So I was thinking about this. I know many of you, as I met last night, you have many different businesses. Everybody's transforming. I mean, I did one roundtable, and really that was the majority of what we talked about, how everyone is transforming their business. And I have to tell you, I really have a great admiration for how many of you in the progress you have made in transforming already. If you're a solution expert sort of a partner, many of you build expertise around some piece of our portfolio. And I met a lot around analytics, around security, or around hybrid cloud. Those of you that are systems integrators in the room, I encourage you, and I met, that are taking your assets and our assets, glue mix, in a very unique differentiation. Then, there was quite a few startups. I mean, Mark was telling me there's 600 or so people that have, this is their first time, right? And who are the 600? Clap if you're not in the casino. Anyone? Oh, did they make you sit together or something? Is that what? Okay, 600, right? 600 new people here. But to me, these startups, you represent the wave of composable businesses of the future. You are about time to market. This is software. This is Bluemix at its heart. And then the systems partners in the room. And this is where many of you have transformed, you are evolving, you've gone ahead and extended with Power Linux, or extended gone ahead with Flash, and everything about analytics on that. And there will be today business transformation workshops for those of you that continue to go down that path. But I met some great examples. I mean, Antwerp, traditionally a reseller, took storage, and now they're really strong with Flash in the portfolio. Or managed services, OVH, took their managed services, their cloud offering, and have extended it with Power 8 and Linux. And Tom, you're going to talk about, I think, OVH a little bit. So our job is just to keep moving this. And I hope you had a warm welcome to the change we made of our one channel team. Was that a good idea? Yes? Was it that members clapping or the business partners clapping? I mean, both. Okay. This idea of a single management system for you, converged co-marketing, enablement, entitlement, all of that, incentives. But the other thing I heard from you, and I'm telling you, this is a cause celeb with me, you talked a lot about simplification. We need to be simpler. And we are taking more steps, and this is going to be a journey that carries on to simplify how you interact and we interact together. So you've got my continued commitment on that. We keep making progress, but we're going to make it even faster. So let me wrap up my time together with you with just a couple comments. Because I mentioned, like us, you're transforming too. And there is no question that transformations, they are always challenging. But our progress, it is very real together. And as I tell our teams, transformations, they are only easy and clear when they are retold in revisionist history. Never when you're in the middle of them. Always remember this. I've been through 3. But be really proud. I thank you for being part of what is a transformation, one of the greatest transformations of modern business history right now. And together, I am quite confident we will continue to solve what are the world's most important business and societal problems. It is what makes us us. It is what makes us essential. It is why you are a partner of the IBM company. So let me thank you for your past with us, but let me thank you more for your future. It is our great pleasure to support you and always do a better job. And I thank you for the trust that you put in our company and hope that you feel the same about the trust we put in you. So have a great rest of the conference. I'm going to get to stay around the rest of the morning. But once more, I wish you continued success. Thank you. Tom Rosemillion. I think many of you know Tom.